Hey Rubies, welcome back to my channel. So I bought some new Colourpop stuff, so we are going to test some of it out today. Some of the stuff I already had and it's refills or whatever, but we are going to test out the new Colourpop stuff that I got, and we're gonna do a look, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. So let me zoom you on in and we'll get started. So I did my skincare, and the first thing that I got was, I don't know why this is all over here. The first thing that I got was the No Filter foundation stick. I actually have one already that we're going to use today. I am the shade Light 40N. This was on sale, so I thought I would get a backup for the one that I already have. I have a decent amount left. I don't really use it all that often, but it is my favorite foundation. So I'm going to do half of my face with a beauty blender and half of my face with a brush. So here we go. So this is the beauty blender side, this is the brush side. So I just like to do some lines. Make it pretty even. One down the middle, mouth. So let's start with the beauty blender side. So we're just gonna blend it on out. I do like more of a satin finish on my foundation. I don't like to look like I have 10,000 pounds of makeup on, especially when, like tonight, I'm doing, I'm just going to teach for a few hours. So I don't wanna look too crazy like I have too much makeup on, and, it's not supposed to be a big deal. Like I just would like to look like I'm alive and, Alright, so I think this side's pretty good. I'm going to use my Morphe Y6 brush, and we're going to do the other side now. I don't mind the brush for certain things. It depends on the kind of stuff that it is. Like I found with the It Cosmetics CC Cream that I think I like using the brush a little bit better. I don't know why that is, but I feel like I like using the brush a little bit better. But I think for this foundation, I like using the Beauty Blender better. I just think I like the way that it finishes and the way that it looks. But, I mean, as you can see, there's really not too much of a difference here between sides. So. Alright. I think we look pretty blended, don't you? Alright, cool. So let's keep moving. So next we are going to use, this is the first time I'm trying it out, this is the No Filter Concealer. I hope this is the right shade. This is the shade that they matched me with online. So this is shade Light 12. I believe it's going to work. Let's do the same thing. Let's do a brush on this side and the beauty blender on this side and see how it goes. Now, I'm not one to use a lot of concealer. I don't like it. I don't like the look. So like I really just do 3 lines just like that and then blend it out. I actually like this shade a lot. I do like a brighter under eye. So let's beauty blender on this side. Here we go. I would hope that this would blend nicely into the foundation because they are the same company. You would hope that they would work well together. But yeah, seems to be going pretty well. I just am not one for like a super cakey look, so when I can avoid that, I definitely try to. Like I said, that's why I like the matte. I'm sorry, I don't like matte foundation. I like a satin finish just because it looks a little bit more natural. Cool. I'm also like kind of low maintenance when it comes to makeup. I feel like I don't like to sit here and blend and blend and blend for like 100 years. Like to me, that really defeats the purpose of putting makeup on. Like, granted, I like getting ready and taking my time, but if I have to blend a product out for like 100 years, I just feel like that's not really for me. Because my life is so all over the place and crazy. Okay, so then the next brush that we're going to use is, I got this from my Ipsy. I actually don't know what brand this is. Oh, it's Luxie. So I use this sometimes for my concealer, so we're going to go ahead and use this on the other side. Sometimes I like the way that this finishes the brush, but then sometimes I will still end up going over the concealer with the Beauty Blender anyway, so let's see if I feel like I need to do that with this concealer. It's very lightweight. I don't really feel it at all, so that's good. And these brows, man, they need to get done, getting them waxed. Their shape is a little rough, but we'll get there. Yeah, I just feel like this is very easy to blend. Like, I just feel like it doesn't look super crazy. You know, it's really good coverage. I still think that maybe I like the Beauty Blender a little bit better for this, but I would not be opposed to using the brush if I had to. Sometimes I feel like it's just too much of a hassle to try to use the Beauty Blender because I have to wet it and whatever. Like, you know, if I'm in a rush or whatever, this brush is super easy. But it's good to know that we're testing out both. So yeah, that's both sides. I do have a little guy down here. I think I am going to put a little bit more concealer just down here on the bottom and just use the brush to just kind of get it out. So I know everybody swears by the Shape Tape, and I have Shape Tape, and I love it. But I think that, you know, sometimes a more natural, not as high coverage finish is just as important. So, you know, I like to bounce around and try different concealers. You know, I have a favorite depending. If I'm doing like a full face, I'll use the Shape Tape because it's very high coverage. But, you know, this seems like it's a good for every day as well. And then I have the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, which is also good for every day. Cool. All right, I think everything looks pretty good, actually. I like that color concealer. I was a little concerned, but I like it. I think it's done well. Cool, so the next thing we're going to do is the translucent no filter setting powder. I have used this before. This is not anything new. My only complaint about this is I feel like there's too much that comes out. Like, if you could see. Like, I can't make that all go away. So we're just going to use a brush. We're going to use my Morphe Y11. We're going to dip it in just a little bit. Ooh, not trying to bake the face. And we're just going to set the under eye. Just so it doesn't, you know, get weird or whatever. So I really like Colourpop's products, just as everybody else does, just because they are so affordable. Like, I just feel like, yes, you get what you pay for, but then there are companies like Colourpop who are killing it and putting out, you know, solid products and, you know, that aren't making people, like, you know, lose their homes or not be able to pay rent or whatever. But then again, you know, I also agree with the fact that, like, if you have bills, you shouldn't be spending all of your money on makeup. But at the same time, though, like, women and men like to feel glamorous and beautiful and confident or whatever, and I feel like there should be companies that are supporting that and trying to help that, and I really feel like that that's truly what Colourpop is doing. But yeah, so I just realized I did not grab any brow stuff besides my Kush stuff, so give me a second and grab some brows. My next video is actually going to be on Colourpop's sister company. They are called Fourth Ray Beauty, and I bought a bunch of their stuff. And I'm super excited about it. It's like their skincare line, so my next video is going to be on that, testing out the whole line of stuff that I bought. I'm super pumped, but I'm going to keep moving. I know that this isn't Colourpop stuff, so I'm just going to keep going. I'm just going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz on my brows, and I'll be right back. Next, I'm going to be using the Milk Makeup Kush Brow Gel. I'm just going to put that right on top, and I'll be right back. So don't judge my eyebrows. I know they're a little crazy, but I am getting them done and I'm wanting them to grow out so we can fix the shape because I just feel like they're a little out of control right now. So that being said, we're going to keep moving forward. So next I am going to do my face. So I'm going to put some bronzer on. I'm going to put some contour on. I'm going to use my Beauty Blender and I'm going to dip it into the Tarte Pro Glow palette. I'm going to be using the shade Shade. I just dip that in and then I use it like normal, like everybody else would. You know, blend it out. It looks great. I was always afraid of like cream contour and stuff, and cream highlight until I just decided to like get over myself and try it, and those are not even at all. That's fine. I'll figure it out. Maybe I need a bigger, there we go, I can actually see myself now. But yeah, so I was always scared of it and didn't know how to use it until I said, and obviously I still don't think I know how to use it clearly, but I said, you know what, I'm gonna figure it out, because how hard can it be and how scary can it really be, you know? So I did my best, and yeah, gotta blend. But you know, I'm still figuring it out, and makeup shouldn't be scary. It should be fun, and like if it's not fun, then like why are we doing this? You know what I mean? That's kind of how I feel about all of this. So since I messed up, I'm going to pull it up on this side, and I'm going to pull it down on the other side because the other side's a little bit too high. I'm also not one for like a super defined contour. Like I don't like looking like I put like a brown line on my face. Not bashing people who do. I just personally, I guess I'm just not there yet in my own like makeup techniques and stuff. You know, I'm still figuring it out what I like and what works best on my face, and I'm not saying that anybody should not be doing that, but you know, I just think that this could be a lot of fun, you know? Okay. I'm gonna put some up here. On the nose. I almost called it a schnoz like Nicole Concilio does, but I am not Nicole Concilio. I do love her though. I'm gonna put some down here. Good. And then I'm going to use a brush. I'm going to use my Morphe Y4 brush, and I'm just gonna go into the shade Sculpt and just go over that just a little bit. Just go over what I did just to warm it all up. Up a little bit, go on this side because I feel like this is not even at all. Gonna do up here. I don't know why I'm talking you through this like you can't see with your eyeballs what I'm doing. Okay. I just don't want it to look like a crazy mess. I feel like this side is not as dark as this side, so let's see if I could fix that. It doesn't look bad though. I think I just need a little bit more. Cool. I think that's a little bit better. Yeah. Okay. Next we're going to apply some blush. I'm going to be using the Morphe blush in Spirit that I've used before. I just dip a little, not too much because blush can be scary if you don't do it the right way. So I like to apply right to the apples, and then I like to do like the Tarte technique that they do. They do like the smile and check. So that's kind of where I'm going to go with this. I'm always so scared that I'm going to put too much blush on. My friend Sabrina always taught me that you know, less is more, so that's what I've been trying to do, and, you know, always start little, and I guess it's like that with all kinds of makeup, you know what I mean? I'm always so worried that I'm going to just look like I was running outside in the heat for like 10 hours and I have way too much blush on. Sorry, I use my watch as a monitor sometimes, so I'm just trying to blend. Blendy, blendy, blend. Don't want to look like a clown. Good. Awesome. Now we're going to apply some highlight. I'm going to be using from the same Tarte Pro Glow palette. What color are we thinking? We're going to do the shade Lit up in this top corner. So I just go right on top of the cheekbones. Cool. Other side. I always start with like not enough, I feel like, because I am scared of looking too much like a glazed donut in the wrong situation. That's better. And then a little bit up here, a little bit on the nose. Cool. All right, so let's keep moving. So I am going to be trying out the Jelly Much eyeshadow. I don't know if you could see that. Oh God, it's like blinded by this. Jelly Much eyeshadow. So I got the shade Crystal Castle. I'm super pumped to use it, but here's my concern. So like I don't really know what I want to do with this. So I think I might just do like a normal brown eye and then put this in the middle. not in the middle, like in the inner corner. So I'm going to do some eyeshadow and I'll be right back and I will show you how I'm going to apply this. Alright, so I'm back. So I used the Jaclyn Hill palette to create this look for now, and now we're going to go in with the Jelly Much eyeshadow. So if you've never used this before, I haven't, but I've done my research, you know. So you have to pull the little top off, and then you need to keep this part because it dries out. So I'm going to use, where did that brush go? A brush from Luxie. This is, I believe it's Luxie. Yeah, it's their small shader brush. So I'm just going to dip it in here. I don't know if you've ever touched these shadows, but the consistency is crazy. It feels like mousse or something. And I'm just going to put it on the inner corner. So here we go. Wow, this is beautiful. Cool, I'm going to do the other eye. I don't know how they do this. I don't know how you like come up with an eyeshadow like this. So it dries down from what I've read, which is really cool considering like it's wet. It's very pretty. It's gorgeous, actually. So I'm also putting some in my inner corner, too. I'm going to go back to my other eye and just match it because I feel like I didn't do enough on this eye to match. But it is so beautiful. Holy crap. I was worried about this color. I, like, didn't know what I was going to use it with, but wow. I'm like shocked at how beautiful this is. I still think I need a little bit more on this eye. Just to make it as pigmented as the other eye, but wow, this is beautiful. I bet you this would also be a really beautiful highlight too, if you wanted like a pink tinted highlight. And this brush is perfect. It's like the perfect size for my eye. Just the way the light is, but I just feel like this eye is more pigmented. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. I just cannot get over how beautiful that is. Okay, so I'm going to go back in with the brush I was using to do my eyeshadow. And I'm going to dip it back in one of the darkest color that I used. And I am going to just blend the edges together. I'm going to do it on both eyes. Just, you know, so it doesn't look like such a harsh edge. Cool. I'm going to take a clean brush with no product on it and just feather out the edges. You know, it's funny. I always forget how much I love to do makeup. Cool. So let's try some more new stuff. Lies. So we're going to, I actually am not feeling any eyeliner today, so I'm just going to put some of my Kush mascara on. I will be right back. Alright, so the last thing we're going to be trying out is, I got a lip liner and a Lippie stick. I'm just going to show you the color of the lip liner because they don't go together, they don't match. I just did not, I did not have a red lip liner, so I just thought I'd get one. So this is the shade that I got. I don't know if you can see. Just very red, just a regular old red lip liner. Something that I need, so just thought I'd get that for fun. But I'm actually going to be using the Colourpop Cosmetics primer first. I kind of just apply this like a chapstick. Give it a minute or two to settle. And the shade of lipstick that I got is called Lumiere. It is a matte shade. I'm very excited. It's going to be really pretty with this eyeshadow. I can't wait. Alright, that feels good. Alright, here we go. Let's give this a test. I have another one of these colors. Oh, excuse me. I have another Lippie stick, but it's a brownish color, so I was excited to try something a little bit different. Let's see how this goes.